need to stop drinking energy drinks before I do these videos. Okay. Welcome to Motivated Results. Today I'm going to be doing a very quick review on Vibram's KMD Sport LS shoes. If you're not aware of what they are, you probably have seen them on a lot of my video clips. But as it is, I know I'm doing too much volume, so what. And they look like this. Kind of weird toe shoes. So let's take a closer look at them and let's talk about my thoughts on them. Here are the Vibram 5 Fingers shoes. If you aren't familiar with the 5 Fingers, Vibram makes a line of these. This is specifically the KMD Sport, but they make a number of these shoes that are considered minimalist shoes. They essentially mimic walking barefoot with a little bit of added protection from the elements or whatever else that you might come across in city life. One thing to consider is that this shoe does not have any sort of heel, so that it is a roughly, I believe, it's 2mm footbed, give or take. So you do have an increase overall from the ground because you do have a heel or a sole, but in the end there isn't a higher grade in the heel. As you can tell, the shoes are very, very pliable. That's due to the polyurethane sole, and as you can tell, they're pretty basic when it comes to the top of the shoe. It is actually polyester fabric, and including in there is some nylon meshing. The shoes do breathe pretty well, but if you do have some foot issues, if you will have to wash these more often. Now they do sell socks that you could buy that are aftermarket, if you will, but you will have to buy the appropriate sizing of shoe, thinking about possibly using socks in the future. If you are not using socks, you do want this to be like a second skin. You want these to be fairly tight on your body, not uncomfortably tight where they dig into your skin, but fairly tight. As you can tell, basically the way you would put the shoe on is you would drop the back, cinch your foot in there. Eventually your toes do get used to going to the right socks. You pull the back in over your heel, and then you tie down the zip tie, which Vibram calls this their speed lacing system. It's a little faster than some of the other versions just because all you're doing is pulling a string. Something to consider about this shoe is that if you do have ankle mobility issues and you do plan to squat on these, you might have to spend a little bit more time on that because your ankles will be tight without the heel. One negative, I guess I will say about the shoe is that if you are a clumsy person and you do tend to hit things as you walk with your feet, you are in store for some pain because you will hit your feet and you will hurt your feet because there is no cushion with these shoes. But I do highly recommend them to everybody. I mean, they're a very comfortable shoe whether you're in and out of the gym or you're just walking around with them. The worst part is just really getting looks as you're wearing them, but I didn't really experience too much of that. For the most part, they're a very comfortable shoe. Just make sure that you wash them often, and that's it. If you guys liked the review, hit that like button. Let me know comments or questions you might have below, and we'll see you guys next time.